Welcome back to Beyond the Summit, game number 2, Alliance versus Newbie. I'm Whatiship. With me for game number 2 is going to be Vykromond, and this is the winner bracket final, so no elimination at risk here, but the winner is going to be wandering into the finals for a shot at something like $400,000 or something along those lines, some absurd amount of money.
350, I think.
350.
For first,
that's a lot.
And 90 for second. So
that 80% spread. No worries, but
so getting through the winners bracket matters, but you can still get screwed for sure.
There's still going to be a losers bracket, and like you said, I mean, the difference between first and second is, it's something, that's for sure. Dramatic, yeah. I guess that's the most political way of putting it. And Brewmaster picked up here for Newbie, and they've banned out the Terrorblade and the Naga once again. Death Prophet is banned out by Alliance, along with the Centaur. And they're going to pick up the Viper for the first pick.
I think those are really solid, appropriate bans. Rabbit's a monster on Centaur. Like he's really
that's
really
definitely one of his best heroes.
And honestly, I almost feel like when another team first picks Brew, it's like a blessing in disguise for Alliance. Like, because
then they don't have to pick it.
Yeah, it's not that Chelsea's bad, and he wasn't bad last game. Like I think he did fine, but I don't know how well they pick around it. Whereas honestly, like, I think he's 6-1 on Viper or something. Like, I just think their Viper-based lineups are more solid than their Brew-based lineups. I don't know. I could be totally off, but that's just my sort of
your thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's what casting's there
for. Skywrath. Skywrath is a partial pick steal. When 682 came out, Alliance was picking Skywrath a lot, and they completely stopped. I think because they didn't feel that they could win with it, but here they take it away from Newbie, who picks it a lot even now.
Yeah, and that's also going to be fairly good against the Brewmaster, of course. That silence, you can shift queue it, so when they jump in, you get an instant silence on the Brewmaster, and obviously that can muck up the works if he's going to be going for an initiation and continuing forward here for Newbie. They are taking a fair bit of time on this second pick, so I think you are right. Yeah, they wanted Skywrath and did not get it, so...
Brew and Skywrath also combo very well, because Brew has a lot of magic burst damage, and with the arcane
seal,
what's wrong with the arcane seal on you, you pretty much just die.
Yep. And it's going to be the Prophet, so there's another possibly case of, well, they take this hero away from Alliance, and does give them an opportunity here to bring a little late as well, although in the last game it certainly did not help Alliance, and, you know, I would have loved to see what would have happened at the end of that last game if no backdoor protection was there. How close that would have been. I think it would have been very, very close, because
even considering like
there were more heroes and stuff like that in the Radiant base killing Alliance's throne, but all Alliance had to do was actually kill the throne. So I think it would have been fairly close there, but unfortunately,
I think they could have won.
I think there was definitely an opportunity there. So
that's the thing. Alliance is down 1-0, but it doesn't. I feel like that first game just didn't mean much.
Like, in terms of like the skill matchup, you mean, between the teams?
Yeah,
like, it's fairly hard to tell.
If you play that game 100 times, I think it'd be damn near 50-50. Like, the way it unfolded was both teams made some pretty huge mistakes, and it was basically a coin flip at the end. And Alliance lost the coin flip, but I don't think they'll be that demoralized about it. I mean, yeah, they're going to be mad about the
they're going to be upset that they lost, right? But it's, you know, it's sort of we lost, but...
These Loda bans, though, oh my god!
These are brutal.
4 Loda, and this is the second game in a row with. I think the last game was 5 Loda bans, and this is 4 Loda bans. And we were talking last game about how Loda focused Alliance is these days, and so why not ban 4 Loda heroes, 5 Loda heroes?
5 seconds remaining.
Jesus, well, what's still left in the pool for Loda? I mean, honestly, with 4 targeted bans, those are definitely, I would say, the premier carries, at least for Alliance. And if there's only one Loda hero left here, I mean, you have to go for it now, and unfortunately that kind of opens you up to you know, just getting hard counter when you pick it this early, but it's gonna be a Faceless Void here, and
could be Bulldog,
could be Loda.
He can play Bulldog, can play Void. I spent quite a bit of time trying to convince him to play like Blink Necro Void.
Jesus.
Dude, it's IX.
This explains why they did so poorly at TI.
It's the exact opposite, because they didn't play it.
If you guys did not know, Vykromond was Alliance's analyst, I guess is the best way to put it, for the last international. So obviously he got fired, and no, I'm kidding.
I didn't do too well. No, but like honestly they could have Bulldog on the Void, no problem. Or they could put Loda on and there's still a bunch of Bulldog heroes that they can pick up. I think Void's a pretty solid pick here. Visage.
Ooh,
okay,
I like this one.
I feel like this means it is Bulldog Void, probably. Usually Alliance has been picking Visage a lot, but the thing is that they usually pick it with a carry who generates a lot of AoE damage. Typically these Radiance carries, that 3 have been banned out. Because that makes Visage scale amazingly into the late game, because the Soul Assumption is literally always on. Like, it's never not maxed out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely a big upside there. And 4th pick for Newbie. We'll see where they want to bring this. They have the Vengeful Spirit this time. Bit of a role reversal here, as Newbie has picked 3 heroes that were both on the Alliance's team in the last game. So looks like they want to say, you know, we can play your lineup too. So
right, yeah,
we'll find out here. But I mean, I like Alliance's draft thus far. It just seems very solid.
They also they're kind of baiting a Drow ban too.
Yeah,
because Drow with Viper and Visage is
pretty disgusting.
Yes.
Definitely not something that you want to voluntarily deal with, at least. And, you know, a lot of teams have sort of just rode that combo to pretty good success. I mean, Cloud9.
And they first banned Centaur, who's one of the best heroes, who's actually amazing against that comp.
Yeah.
So. So, yeah, maybe they were... But then, yeah, it's interesting. Why wouldn't you pick Drow Visage in your second phase?
Yeah, when you can guarantee both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if it baits out a ban, then maybe it's worth it. If you don't want to pick it.
But then what the hell are they picking?
I don't know.
Right? Like...
What's even left?
I don't know.
What do you think of Sniper now? I think that nerf was. Okay. I don't know if that nerf even necessary though. Like,
well, it's a laning buff. It's actually a pretty.
That's true.
It's a decent buff for lane. It just makes him different, honestly. Like in some cases, it's a pretty big buff. Look, let's say you're facing a blinking melee carry. He blinks on top of you, and you start hitting him with headshot. He actually can't kill you. Whereas when it was the quarter-second stun, he can still very much kill you.
Interesting.
Like, it gives you a pseudo-untouchable. It's definitely a lot weaker for some things, like in a lot of situations, but it's kind of a push, I think.
Well, moving forward, Ember Spirit is the last ban here for Alliance, and there's the Drow Ranger ban, so that does get baited out. If that Alliance were going for that one, that's no longer on the table. And, you know, if this is going to be a Bulldog Void, I think I would tend to agree with you that maybe picking the drop in the second phase might make a little more sense because all the Bulldog heroes are still left in the pool, basically. So, I mean, NP is picked up.
I mean, maybe it is Loda Void. They could they play Lone Druid this game? Yeah, maybe. Could they play Clock? Maybe. Clock would be okay.
Doesn't seem
it's good
great.
with Skywrath, but not great.
Yeah, it's good with Skywrath. It's pretty awful with Void.
No.
So, they're going to wrap it out here in the winter bracket
but that's
finals.
Pretty much the field, yeah.
Of course, Alliance need to win this game. Otherwise, they're going to be...
is like, wait, PL's not in
Yeah, they're like, oh, God. Man, that new PL, he is...
he's a beast.
He's brutal. It's pretty brutal. It's pretty annoying to play against.
But not that Radiance friendly.
I mean, what are the other options here? Wraith King.
Okay. This is a pretty TI4-ish lineup.
Yeah, this doesn't exactly feel
This is very TI4. It's very like Team Liquid TI4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. This does sort of slot into where they were picking back then, and we'll see how it works out here. So, I mean, I guess this just has to be Loda Wraith King. So
yeah, for sure. And he plays a pretty solid Wraith King. TI4, some of the better games were on Wraith King. Remaining. I don't know. I think it's not bad. The thing with Newbie right now is they really they have enough damage to kill a Wraith King once, but they're going to struggle to kill a Wraith King twice, which is a big asset. And they don't have anything in the way of like mana burn or something to prevent him from... I mean, unless they pick anti-mage, you know?
Yeah, they probably were like, oh god, why did we ban it out? We need that.
They banned it out.
And Enchantress, 4th for Newbie. So, again, sort of a similar style to what Alliance played in the last game. They're going to look to pressure the lanes here with Enchantress and Vengeful Spirit. That's a pretty potent ganking combo.
It's potent gank and very potent push now with the Luna to give the Lunar Blessing to the entire team. Yeah, I think this is... Banana's been venturing back into the world of Enchantress lately. Like he used to play this hero basically nonstop. Like they pick it every game leading up to and during TI4, and then he stopped. I think because they felt that the meta shifted away from it. But he's been sort of going back into a very, very good Enchantress player. again, it helps that Newbie is so vision focused.
Yeah, I mean,
establish the
exactly. This sort of lines up with their interests. You know, anything that can take advantage of good vision, early ganks is definitely one of those, and a couple of solid pickoffs from the Vengeful Spirit and the Enchantress could put Newbie in a really good position here. You know, there is the Void Skywrath combo on Alliance, which I think is probably a little bit overstated. Usually, it's fairly good, but
29% win rate at TI.
Yeah, not the best win rate at TI. So we'll
it's
have
strong. I mean, there's a reason people like it, but it's not the be all end all for sure. It's not like an auto win.
Yeah. So, who
do you like from these drafts?
I think if the game goes the way, if both teams get to play the game that they want, I think Newbie will have a bit of an edge, just because I think the pressure from the Enchantress and the Vengeful Spirit could be an issue. But if Newbie sort of missteps at all, or any of these ganks get dealt with by rotations or something, then I think Alliance should be in a fairly good spot. That's sort of my initial thoughts.
No, let's say that both teams play safe tries. I feel like Newbie can't really do anything about Void, right? Like, and they can't really do anything about Viper. So
yeah, that's true.
For Alliance, even though usually with Visage you kind of want a 3v3 because he's so potent in the 3v3, I wonder if they're going to play more passive and just rely on how hard it is to actually kill their solos.
I mean, if they do go aggro here, this is pretty potent, though. I mean, they have Wraith Fire Blast, they have Skywrath Mage who can just spam out the Arcane Bolts, and of course they have Soul Assumption. I mean, we know what happens in a tri lane.
They can just try to crush the lane. For sure.
I think that's definitely a possibility.
Okay. Yeah, I think you persuaded
I mean, I think that could work. Because when you look at Luna, like, what are the weaknesses of Luna? She has no HP in lane, and she gets stunned, she dies.
Really fast. Yeah. Actually, yeah, they can probably just kill Luna repeatedly. So, okay, yeah. It's going to be a similar Alliance strat to the one they've been running basically in almost every game, where they like just go really, really aggro early to try to get a big advantage, because that's what Misery likes to play with, is a like good, comfortable early advantage cushion. And then try to find levels for their support.
Yeah, to me, I think that's what I would guess at. It looks like that.
I think that's probably the way to go. And they're gonna even try for a level 1, which their level 1 is far. Well,
I think it's
about even.
I mean, on the one side, there's a Prophet who's pretty mediocre level 1. Enchantress is pretty mediocre level 1. Brew's okay. Bench is okay.
He already has Enchant, so he's not going to be able to do anything if they fight before creep.
Yeah, Hao is in top lane with Aura. Looks like he might be rotating down. Are they going to dodge the tri lane here? Looks like they are.
Yeah.
Well, they know this is coming.
The Tri is...
No, I don't think that's very That's very unfavorable for Newbie if it's Tri, I think. Yeah, and they don't even want to fight. They know that this is like... They completely know this is coming. This is part of the strengths of Newbie, I think. They have very good...
game sense?
Yeah, very good game sense and very good predictions of sort of lane setups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I agree, too, that it's in Newbie's favor. Honestly, like as we sort of began to say, the laning situation is not great for Newbie as a whole. Like, Alliance has some pretty dang solid lanes, and Newbie's lanes are more roam focused for sure. Like, they want to roam and generate favorable trades.
Yeah, exactly. With Venge and Enchantress, you have to say that's the case.
Yeah. So if they can dodge the try successfully, I think that'll be great. You do see Loda rotating up.
Yeah, so they're rotating again, but the other thing I want to say is that the Treant did see Bulldog, so it's possible that they might move this tri lane again, but...
Double dodge? So the thing is, if they double dodge,
it looks like
Alliance is doing a little bit of camp blocking and vision in the jungle, so Enchantress isn't going to have
It looks like they have, though. I mean, Luna is down bottom now, Soundshing is rotating. Yeah, so a couple lane rotations. It's getting messy.
Bulldog already stole a lane of creeps, though. He used his first time walk to make sure that he caught this entire wave and pulls it back.
Well, it's just going to start
out. No, he didn't get the memo that Faceless Void isn't Lone Druid. He's just happily
pulling creeps. It's not Prophet, it's not Lone Druid, still pulling creeps. Yeah. And Rabbit is going to have to be careful in this lane, though. I mean, very easy for him to die. The good news is the Treants are going to give him good vision here to make sure that he's in a good position most of the time. And if he does get out of place, though, he'll die real fast.
This is pretty important for Alliance. They got the Newbie ward right here that was blocking the camp, so that'll be very
Rabbit
good.
Already taking damage. Concussive Shot comes out. Wraith Fire Blast as well. There's the slow. They're just going to try to right-click down Rabbit here. It looks like it's going to be fairly close. Is going to go down to Aki, so Alliance mentioned the solid lanes already coming into play here.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Hao versus Faceless Void. This is kind of an interesting matchup. I think you have to favor the Luna a bit.
Denied.
Yeah, I think so, but honestly, it's just fine for Void because Void's your option.
Yeah, it's not like a bad, it's not a bad matchup for Void.
Here's a cool thing. So, one thing I've been surprised by for a while since Brewmaster came back into the pro scene is how few pros level and utilize Drunken Haze early, and it's usually because, Drunken Brawler is so good. But Moo got it at level 2, and he has just been using Drunken Haze on Chessie.
Yeah, and only 2 last hits as a result, so versus 4.
Yeah, that's lane winning.
Yeah, I mean, normally we see it against like TA and things like that, but 45% miss chance is very real.
What else does Viper do
besides
than
right click?
Yeah.
That's true. So it looks like that's working out pretty well for Moo, and Chessie's struggling a bit here. Is going to get some CS under the tower, but a rotation is coming here from Newbie. Enchantress is here with a haste rune. Sunshine coming through the trees. They're even going to TP in the Prophet, and I don't even know if they're going to need it. Chessie is very dead. There's the first kill on the board for Newbie.
Extremely well set up by Newbie. I mean, they ensure that the lane is pushed back into an uncomfortable position with the Drunken Haze and the fact that Chessie can't actually clear the wave at all when he's missing half of his auto attacks.
Yep.
And then they immediately move everybody in. Chessie, because he has felt pressured to actually get kills in this, to get his last hits in this lane, has 2 poison attack, 1 nether toxin, and no corrosive.
Yeah.
So he didn't have any defense against the pretty decent early damage of like Magic Missile and the rest of their combo.
Yeah. Still level 1 for Sunshine, but that's just fine with him. He's now rotated down in the bottom lane. Looks like he might settle in here, and Bulldog needs to be a bit careful. And he's going to salve back up. No problems there. But things seem to be developing pretty nicely. I mean, both teams have to be okay with how this is going, just because Loda is farming top lane fairly successfully. I mean, Chessie is getting stomped.
Less than you'd think, yeah.
I mean, Chessie is getting absolutely destroyed. Loda does actually, he does not have as many last hits as Moo. And Chessie is sitting here with 3 at 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's actually just getting completely destroyed. Yeah, and it's honestly all the Drunken Haze. Like, even the gank was because of the Drunken Haze, because he was in a position that wasn't even protected by the tower.
Yeah, and they're going to smoke up again. Newbie, we'll see where they decide to go with this one. And it looks like it might be towards top, or they might just wrap around middle again. I'm sure they'd be content disrupting this top lane or just continuing to crush Chessie. Either of those would go well.
This is not good for Alliance. I feel like they have to have a fairly substantive laning advantage to get much out of this game.
I agree. I mean, I think they're kind of relying on the lane sort of stabilizing out here, and then they can get some roaming action.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh god, Aki is completely dead. There's the magic missile. The Centaur not quite in position. He is gonna, oh no, maybe he's not dead. The stomp doesn't get off. A little bit of a misstep there. Sansheng eats a stun.
That's Grave Chill.
Yeah, looks like the Grave Chill will slow him down, make it so he doesn't get missiled. And that was
and there was a bit of a body block. The Vengeful Spirit blocked the Centaur.
He blocked the creeps.
So they needed that stun.
Bottom lane Hal looks like he is dead though.
That's a critical kill for sure. Nice and very, very nice counter rotation for Misery. That was rather than trying to go for that 3v3 and potentially risk too much, he just, as soon as he sees that Aki is probably not going to die, he just goes down bot, gets the kill on Luna, because obviously every other player on Newbie is accounted for and they can't counter gank you. Nicely done.
So they take a small advantage there, able to kill the carry from Newbie. And lane settling out. Chessie starting to get some CS here, but still.
Banana.
Extremely down. Oh god, Banana's gonna eat a stun. And with no levels on Untouchable and a Soul Assumption sailing through, he is dead quite quickly. Mid lane though, Moo's now taking damage. He's gonna try to TP out of here. Oh, it's gonna be close. He is gonna make it out.
Oh, Moo, what a player.
Yeah, he is quite
really the just, I think the MVP for Newbie at TF4 was Moo.
Yeah, I have visions of that puck game. I just remember it was insane.
Oh man, that puck game was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Alliance are doing better now because especially ganks on Brew I think are very important.
And they kill Hal. So they kill Moo, they kill Hal. Well, they don't kill Moo, but they push Moo out of lane.
At least they pushed him out of lane, yeah. And Chessie managed to get at least some last hits during that period. You see now he's gotten 2 in corrosive because he's like, all right, I actually am.
He's like, yeah, I'm getting.
Meanwhile, more action
here. And there's a Chronosphere on Sansheng. He's gonna get a lot of damage here. It looks like maybe he's gonna go down. There is an Ancient Seal. That's gonna be enough to bring him down. Rabbit trying to right click, but it's so early. He doesn't have phase boots. He doesn't do that much damage. Not really anything he can do about that one.
Good Ancient Seal timing.
Right at the end of the chrono.
This is definitely Alliance doing what they need to do, because this is not a game where you can just sit back and let Wraith King win for you, because he's not going to do it.
Yeah, how mighty to stun here. Reincarnation is here. There is also the Eclipse
Viper is done. Will Rabbit live? Rabbit will actually live too. Wow, what a very, very successful gank in the mid for Newbie. They are just abusing Chessie.
Yeah, he's sad, man.
This is his hero, dude.
The Viper. Now Moo is gonna run down Misery, and a good concussive shot is gonna keep him out of risk there. So
Misery is playing very well. I feel this game.
Skywrath Mage. I think this is a good hero for Misery. You know, I think of him as a very aggressive player. Likes to impact the lanes early.
I can't think of a more aggressive
Skywrath, definitely a hero that does that. So.
And 2-0-1. He's been in most of the places where things have happened.
Yeah. Aki just continuing to get levels in the top lane. I have no problem with that. I mean, this is
they
benefits from
Chessie
that.
away from Brew.
Yeah, I think they realize it's like, well, this lane is rough. I mean, this lane's not much better though. The thing is that Loda can't really get abused out of this lane, but CS is going to be pretty annoying for him against Drunken Brawler, or against Drunken Haze rather. Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh boy, Rabbit gets bashed first hit. Of course he does, and Bulldog is just the RNGesus. Does he have buttons? I think he has buttons for all of these RNGs. It's like leaps in, first hit batch,
just one
no
button,
problem.
Dude. He just pushes the RNG
the game
button.
understands. Oh god. There's some pressure on Chessie though. Again, Newbie just continuing to try to punish him, but Aki drops the Grave Chill here on the Hellbear Smasher with that woefully outdated Swiftosaur icon. That's so funny. And they're going to retreat into the trees here, but in comes Rabbit. He puts out so much vision. And there's an Eclipse coming in. Chessie's going to be caught. The treants are giving him vision. Aki now is stuck in a really bad place. There's a Chronosphere. That's a really nice one. They're all stuck under the tower. Hao is going to get a double kill, but he's going to die, I think, on the way out. Moo now coming forward. He still has Brew ulti coming into this fight a little bit late. Pretty beneficial for him. Burning down. Hao still alive somehow. Sancheng taking damage. They need to kill Hao. Yes, Misery is going to do it. He gets another one. Double kill for him, but Loda looks like he is going to be falling here. It's going to be close at least. He is not on strength tread, so he has a little bit of extra HP to work with. He looks like he's fine for now. Moo getting caught, getting bashed again. Silence as well. Now the treants are here, but Loda has Vampiric Aura, so he should be just fine. And Alliance, that was a pretty big fight for them. Really long-winded. Teamfight recap doesn't quite cover it, but
does it not cover the whole thing? No, it definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
What an odd fight, and maybe not even necessary for Newbie to take? What do you think? I feel like they kind of just...
I don't know if they needed to take that one. It seemed like it started okay, but it got really awkward there when the longer it went, it just got weird.
I mean, I think Newbie wanted this fight to happen here, because that's where they engaged, and not here, which is where the fight actually happened.
Yeah, and they play Ringer on the Rosie. They're dodging around. I mean, the Eclipse was good, but I think they kind of want to disengage after the Eclipse happened, and then they got chronoed, and it was... That was an insane chrono. 3 heroes caught in that one. And Aki's just sitting on the outside as well, just like blasting away.
Yeah.
So
Misery makes it out. He's 5-0-1 now.
And Misery is going
crazy this game.
Oh god. I think it's actually really good on this
casual bit, but I think Atos actually works really well here.
Yeah. And I mean Moo, where's he gonna go now? It looks like it's gonna be the Blink Dagger. He is farming that one up.
Yeah,
it is pretty standard. I mean, when you're in the mid lane, you have the bottle.
Imagine if Misery finishes the Atos and you don't have the Blink Dagger, right?
Oh god. Just wander forward.
Thanks for playing, yeah.
Thanks, yeah. You can ulti back there if you'd like, but you're not coming anywhere close to my team.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Chronosphere is back up for Bulldog here. Long time for reincarnation, of course, for Loda.
Quite a bit on the Eclipse. No, actually 20 seconds for the Eclipse, but it's not the level 2 Eclipse. Luna really likes being level 11 for those extra 3 beams, sorry.
Mm-hmm. And,
I mean, How's farming? Like, this isn't... Alliance has taken 0 towers, right? So, yeah, they've gotten kills, but...
And Rabbit eating a Grave Chill there, but... It doesn't look like Alliance want to pursue this one smartly, as there's a lot of heroes waiting in the wings here. They know How is farming, so... There's a lot of heroes here for Newbie, and I think Alliance are just going to back off.
Feels like Newbie just did their homework, and they were like, we'll just ban 5 Loda heroes, because Alliance is, all of their strats are Loda focused right now. And we will abuse Chessie in game. Like, we don't care what hero he plays, we'll just really focus on making sure he has low impact. And seems like it works.
Yeah, that team fight definitely threw a wrench in the works, though. I mean, that did not go the way they wanted.
But even so, they got a tier 1. They're still pushing. Rabbit's doing fine. Like, yeah, they died more than they wanted to, but... Chessie died first, right? So he got no XP and he got no gold out of that fight.
Pressuring the tier 2. And Alliance are going to fend that one off, but like you mentioned, there's just no pressure here on any of these towers, really. Chessie is so underfarmed, dear lord. He has nothing.
He's honestly their main tower killer, more or less.
He has absolutely nothing. He has
none of the other heroes do anything.
Not even completed boots, like just brown boots and a belt of strength.
Yikes.
And Newbie are just executing this one well, but now another good Chrono here. Sansheng is completely stuck. He's going to go down. Loda trying to get a stun here on someone. I think he wanted to maybe grab Banana in the back, but now there's an Eclipse coming around. Bulldog, he's going to go down. The Void's going to fall. Brewmaster pops off the ulti. Rabbit is here as well now, and Aki is going to go down. The long-range stone hits him, and Loda's up in the air. They want more. There is no beam, but Loda again gets hit by the rock.
No
Banana going to work. No reincarnate for 18 seconds, and he's going to fall again. Double kill for Hao.
Tier 2.
They're easily going to get this tier 2.
Yeah. That is actually... I'm not going to call it a game-winning fight, because this isn't 6.81, but
yeah,
one patch ago, that was a game-winning fight. Like...
Yeah. So things... Alliance sort of need to get their footing here. Aki needs to get level 6, so he can start split pushing out the lanes. I mean, he did have good levels a little bit ago, but now it's sort of fallen off. He has 0 net worth. Basically, he's all the way down at the bottom with 1,300.
They've been pulling him into these 5v5s where he just doesn't have any opportunity to farm. Visage, before the Familiars, does not clear waves at all, more or less. After the before the Familiars, he's like Bane level. After the Familiars, he can actually do things.
Yep. And now Lotus here, and now level 6 is completed for Aki, so they're going to have a little bit of extra split pushing, a little bit of extra tower pushing here, but, you know, I think maybe to get towers, you sort of rely on Chessie getting that mech, and he's so far away from that.
He has part of a treads,
part of a mech, yeah, and Loda's going to go for a Midas here. I don't know how I feel about this.
I gotta consult Artur about this one.
Oh man, I mean it's really late, but I guess Alliance. I mean, what's the rationale for this? Does this game is this game even good for them? Really
behind, and they know they're not going to take towers, and so Wraith King needs gold.
So they'd rather just get a Midas. Okay, I mean I can understand that because Viper, you rely on him to have that mechanism to be able to put pressure on the towers, and he just got shut down so hard that's not possible. Yeah. So Alliance are definitely in damage control mode. Yeah, this is damage control, I think.
I mean, the thing is, their draft is not like properly configured for this, but like you have to do what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Like this is Loda being like, "Dah."
The good news is that Bulldog is doing very well. He has Mask of Madness, treads, but on the other side, I mean, for Newbie, Moo is doing just fine, especially when you compare him to Chessie.
Yeah.
Banana, or Rabbit rather, he has phase boots. He's going to be going for the Necro book, so things are going just well for him. Sansheng is. I mean, he's the 5-position support, so he doesn't have that much, but still a little bit more than Aki. Banana he's doing fine. I mean, he's got an urn, he has treads. Everything is going well for Newbie.
Every position is pretty much ahead, except like the 2 and 3 of Alliance are with the 3 and 2 of Newbie. But every position is ahead, including the position where Alliance took Midas.
So Hao has just been free farming now, basically 72 last hits, and now they're able to put some pressure on the tower here. Enchantress gathering up some of those creeps. They have the aura as well, and this is definitely a problem for Alliance. They're going to put some pressure up here. There's a lot of heroes in the bottom lane. Chronosphere is available, so they need to be a bit careful. It looks like Newbie are actually going to smoke up here. Maybe they go for a wraparound, re-engage.
Yeah, I think they could do that. And the thing is, they also did a little bit of effective poke on Bulldog just to bring him to about half, so that just to, you know, make him think twice. And they have enough long range that they can actually punish him. And they have the Venge for swap, so I feel like Alliance just needed to do better in laning phase. Like, they were up, but not really very up. And here's Newbie going for that gank on Chessie again.
Oh my god, is dead again. Still far away from Mechanism, still needs to buy that recipe, and he's going to go down. They're going to lose another tier 1 tower. Down in the bottom lane, Bulldog is manning up on Rabbit here, and Rabbit just looks completely dead. Bulldog again with the bashes. Of course he gets the bash. I mean, it's how it works for him. And Newbie take the tower though, so that's probably okay for them. They're okay with that trade.
Yeah, I think Newbie is still pretty happy with the state of affairs. Also, the trade of profit for Viper is one that's in their favor, because less of their strategy is relying on Nature's Prophet than Alliance.
Viper is sort of the cornerstone of this early game Alliance lineup.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. So, I don't know. I still think it's really hard. The great thing is that they are putting kills into Bulldog. I think at this point, most of the routes to victory for Alliance in this game are through Bulldog.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he is doing well. They're putting themselves in a position where Bulldog can make that happen, but they're going to get a tower here, so something is going a little bit better now for Alliance. I mean, the problem is I think it might cost them a tier 2 here. Moo has an Ogre Club now as well. He's going to be building, I think, immediately for a BKB, or I guess it could be an Aghanims as well. But they're just going to go to work on this tower, and they need a perfect chrono. The chronos need to be completely on point here. Otherwise, I think they're just going to get just railed in these fights. And Rabbit, oh, he only catches Sanching in the back. It is going to be enough, perhaps, to bring down Rabbit. No, but Moo, he's coming back in, brings down the Faceless Void. Misery is going to snipe off a kill here, and Misery is quietly having one of the best games in a while. Now he is finally going to go down. They try to get a swap there. Enchantress still going to fall. Buybacks coming back for both teams. Aki, though, is going to go down to the Brewmaster. And there's another buyback as, this fight continuing forward. How looks like he might not make it out of this one. It's going to be close. Yeah, he's dead. He's going to eat that Arcane Bolt. And now Bulldog running forward. Loda running forward as well. There's a blink. He drops the Wraith Fire Blast. Sansheng trying to run through the trees, make it out. Arcane Bolt sailing forward. And I think Alliance are chasing back Newbie. They're going to get a couple kills off this one. They want to bring down Misery in before, but nope, not going to get it. Now they're going to get another tier 1. And again, Alliance, well, they're battling back a little bit. I mean, they've had the XP this whole time, but this is
I think that's really good. They get a tower, and it's well worth the 2 buybacks. I mean, you really just the 1 buyback because you traded buybacks on your 3s, and then your Skywrath bought back. Which who cares? Like your Skywrath has way more gold than you expected, so it's fine.
He's loaded. He's 8
almost a deny.
That would have been
really close to a tower deny there.
Yeah, but now they have Aki split pushing with these Visage Familiars. I mean, you saw them and just there helping them take down the tower. Things are recovering a little bit, I think, but Moo is still, to me at least, a huge problem that Alliance needs to figure out how to deal with.
Yeah. The fact is, they need to catch him with like a chrono or something. Like the fact that chrono was only on 1, that could have been a much better fight for Alliance.
Yeah, I think he got a little greedy, like tried to place it over here.
He tried for the
and
perfect
up here.
Chrono.
Yeah, and it's in the end it did not quite work out. So.
And the fact is, when he doesn't catch the Brew, all Brew had to do was Drunken Haze him. And it's like, nice Mask of Madness, bub, except you're landing 0 of your shots and you're taking 30% more damage.
Yeah, and then he just blows him up. So
that's what Brew does.
Moo is playing very well this game as well, and he's pretty farmed, 74 CS. Checking back on the net worth.
Oh boy. Oh, Chessie's in it.
Chessie has just absolutely nothing, but Bulldog, oh, he's dead. He has Chrono available now, and that's going to go down. Chessie is in a bit of an awkward spot. Does have the mech.
They're getting completely out of vision.
They're putting like this aggressive vision is just so good. Look, they have another one here. Continuing onwards. Everyone is really slow. Moo's gonna actually pop the. Oh god, that's a lot of ultis. And I don't know how much they're actually gonna get done. Looks like they're gonna continue diving past though. Sansheng brings back Loda, who does not have reincarnate, so that's something. Banana taking damage. Mystic Flare not able to bring him down. Up in the air is Chessie. Aki taking damage. He goes down to the Luna, and now Chessie trying to make it out as well. And Newbie are just bullying them back here. Chessie's gone. Loda has come back into this fight. Moo gonna try to get something done here.
Gotta be careful.
Does not have. Oh god, Loda.
No buyback. That's a tier 2, maybe a tier 3.
Yeah, this game looks very, very bad now for Alliance. They just lost a lot of momentum, and that's a pretty heavy gold swing. 4K, 5K XP, and
I mean, fighting without Bulldog, like,
yeah, that's just
how's it gonna happen?
Right? I mean, in the last fight we said they're relying on Bulldog Chrono. Now Bulldog is dead, and they instantly just get destroyed. It was not even close.
And the positioning. They're getting abused by superior vision and superior positioning. I mean, the first game, like, who the hell knows? But this game, Newbie just looked like the better team. Right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they seem to be outplaying Alliance at most of these ventures here. The draft looks like Alliance were the victims of that draft, certainly. I mean, you mentioned Loda has been crucial to their success with those Naga games, and that gets banned out in the first round, as well as pretty much every other good carry in this patch. I mean, that's really just what it comes down to, right? Those are the good carries in this patch, and Loda is a good carry player. If you ban out all of them, he'll have no good carry.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what happened.
Both games, 5 bans targeted at Loda. Honestly, like, who else do you ban out? Like, I think that's perfectly fine. Especially here, like, they took this Prophet. This Prophet has done not much, right? Like, and it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't
because
really matter.
It was enough for them to just have a good mid-game deathball lineup, which the Prophet can contribute to, no matter how badly he's doing.
Yep.
And just to take away as many Loda heroes as possible and one Bulldog hero.
Moo has a BKB now. Jeez.
Alliance is in this position where they really. I think the Loda like 4 protect 1 split push strat is good, but there's too many bans. With 5 bans, you can ban it out.
Yeah.
So you need either a second strat or somebody needs to be threatening enough to be worth banning against. Because like, you can't be a team where the other team can just ban 5 people. Like, I mean, that's essentially you just got figured out, right? Like,
yeah, I mean that's what it feels like. You know, they just got figured out and. Newbie, you know, despite the loss of Director 8, they still look extremely strong here, and there was some skepticism about how this team would perform, and they're playing extremely well, and Luna now is going to grab the Aegis.
Titan without Mushi was like, you lose your brain trust, and like you have no idea what you're doing, right? Like it took all the way until TI4 for them to look at all like they had any idea what was going on.
Yeah.
But Newbie, I mean, they've been a little bit underwhelming in the Chinese tournaments. VG and IG have been giving them trouble, but I think they're still looking pretty damn sharp.
Down goes. A couple of just more pressure here. I mean, Newbie's just continually pressuring, and this doesn't look that much different than death balls we used to see. And now Hao is just wandering up to the high ground. He even gets a Visage Bird. Jeez. That's extremely annoying. And those are off cooldown for 36 seconds, or on cooldown rather. So Newbie just continuing pressure. Alliance trying to figure something out here. But it just doesn't look like they're going to get the space. Loda, with this Midas, all he has since then is the Blink Dagger. Hao taking damage here, but he still has a BKB, he still has an Aegis, and he's just going to continue sailing away. Loda, down goes the first reincarnation. Now Bulldog's going to come in. This is the opportunity for Alliance if they can make this fight happen. Banana is just taking no damage at all. And unfortunately now at the end finally goes down. Void's gonna get that one, but Hao has come back. He's gonna pop off the Eclipse. It's bouncing on a lot of creeps, not a lot of heroes. Hao taking damage now, and Alliance looking like they maybe are gonna hold this. Hao dies. It took him so long to use that. Uses that with like no HP less, and they still get the tier 3 tower. Moo in the back, Sansheng in the front. Moo gonna re-engage. He's gonna actually TP out now. Blink forward, clap, TP. Rabbit's now here, sprouting, and looks like he might go down as well. Oh, nope, he's out. He's out. I mean, they lose the tier 3 tower, but a lot of heroes dying for that.
I mean,
and Alliance getting a decent handle from that fight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta push the BKB button, right?
Yeah, that was a snaking level play.
It's a good button.
Similar to the RNG button. And Necro 3 is going to be here for Rabbit. And I mean, the late game for this just doesn't feel good to me for Alliance. You know what I mean?
No way.
You have the Wraith King, who is like pretty mediocre. I mean, mega late, I guess he's like okay, but at that point, there's going to be a Scotty for Hao, and he's just going to get kited.
I mean, yeah, Wraith King is pretty good at all stages of the game, but he's, yeah, like you said, he's not going to out-carry a Luna.
Yeah.
I mean, Void can trap a Luna in Chrono and kill her very quickly. But the problem is Void needs so many items this game because, frankly, he's going to need BKB. Like, yeah, Bulldog's going to get good Chronos, but is he going to get 5-man Chronos?
Yeah, is he going to get Universe Chronos is really the question.
Because Newbie's going to position to not get hit with 5 people.
And
almost
Newbie are just
anybody
continuing. Look at this.
who's not, like, pretty much anybody can ruin the Chrono. Like Swap, Drunken Haze, Scythe when Nature's Prophet.
Oh, they're going to lose Banana, but they might just lose Araxmore. No, Moo's going to come back in, and they use the Chrono, and there's no one inside of it. That's a crucial misstep for Alliance. And Moo, he's going back in here. Double BKB's activated, trying to bring down Chessie on the other side. Void looks like he might just make it out. And, oh boy, Chessie is maybe going to go down. Nope, Moo going to go down without using ulti. Going to be a victim there. Hao gets swapped out. Still going to go down. Aki on the outside in a wonderful fight for Alliance. Unfortunately, though, I think it's because Rabbit is just hammering on the mid lane, and they lose a lane of Rax. So
good fight, but they did. I mean, there's the Necro, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like your Nature's Prophet has one item.
This was a great fight for Alliance, beyond the fact that they, you know, lost a portion of their base.
Oh, they did a lot of stuff right there. I especially really liked keeping Ake on the low ground, so that when Sansheng came to bail Hao out, there was still a Visage down here to get the last hit. Otherwise, actually, Hao could escape that fight, because Sansheng has been very on point with swaps.
Yeah, but Alliance, I mean, that's not a great fight for them just because of the loss they get here,
but it ain't bad.
Where they engaged, but they decimated the fight when it comes down to it. I mean, they got a huge swing off
gold is
of
going
it.
to be pretty real.
They got 5K off that fight, so in net worth change. So that's a pretty big deal. Loda now has a Maelstrom, so he's going to be putting out more damage in these fights.
And so does Void. Well, I mean, he had it for that fight, but still.
And
the one thing with Void is, like, he's having to just skedaddle out of fights. Like, even just the Venge is enough to make him run. Like, in that fight, he ran away from a Nature's Prophet with 0 items because the Necro Creeps were engaged on the racks, and a Venge. Like, your Void is fleeing in terror from a Venge and a Nature's Prophet with no items. Like, he's gonna need more. And he's going BKB for the Drunken Haze and for the Scythe and for all that other garbage, which is smart.
Yeah,
but it doesn't give damage.
There's a lot of stuff, and that's sort of just dealing with him in those fights. But I mean, even if you have the BKB, of course you can still get swapped out, but then you lose your disengage for Hao. And Sansheng is caught in a solo chrono here, and that Drunken Haze is actually so good. Sansheng still fine. Moon gonna re-engage. And is there anyone else to come help him out with this fight? Yes, the Treant's coming in. Misery's gonna try to get out. No, he's not gonna get out. Nature's Prophet's gonna bring him down. And now Loda, the reincarnation use. Aki is caught out. And what started as a nice fight for Alliance now looks like they're gonna lose a couple heroes from it. They get a good chrono, but that Drunken Haze is actually so good against the Void. I mean, you just sat there and Sansheng's taking no damage in a chrono, and you're like, he should be dead.
They like lost to Drunken Haze, more or less. Like the spells just they lost to one spell. Like it's ruined the entire game for them. It ruined mid lane. It ruined the chronos. Like
yeah, I mean, and this brew was popular in the last patch, didn't get changed. Turns out he's still popular. Still really effective.
And especially with a player like Moo, who's
Moo is just individual skills very high, obviously, and you know we've seen him on Puck, we've seen him on Brew, and he's just knows how to control the hero extremely well. And now Loda is just dead.
No reincarnate. He has to pop the guy back.
Yeah, was hoping to live a little longer, but second lane of Rax is gonna go down here
easily. Like the mask, Bulldog can barely use this mask now because it's just so scary.
Yeah, and oh god, they turn around with an Eclipse. There's the BKB for Hao. Jesse taking damage. There's the Mystic Flare. It does not matter. It's on Moo, who's BKB'd up. And there's the reincarnation finally back up for Loda. He's going to have to blink back out of the fight, but on the back of that re-engage, it looks like they're going to lose another Rax. 2 full lanes of Rax are down. Chessie's dead. And now Alliance grasping at straws here to try to make it out of this winner bracket into the finals, but nope, it's not going to happen. Chessie calls GG, and Newbie. First game was a little sketchy, but the second game, Newbie definitely looked like the better team.
It did.
And are able to take down the game and
sort of just that last fight, the ward placement let them totally see that they were going to try to gank Sunshine and take countermeasures. Alliance thought that was an easy one-man gank, but when you don't have vision,
actually just lost.
You don't know what an easy one-man gank is, right? Like, you just don't know.
Yeah. Well, Alliance, they're going to fall down to the lower bracket, and it looks like down there they will be playing... the winners of there's a lot of games still going on.
The winners of VG, the VG.
The winners of the games that are going on right now, which is Malaysia versus C9, LGD versus Vici. And thank you guys for watching here on BTS 2. I think that is it for us, and I am not sure who's going to be taking over.
I think that's it for today, actually.
Oh, is that it? Is that all? There's 3 games and that's it?
I think so.
This tournament is super bizarre. But thank you guys for watching on Whatiship. You can find me on Twitter at WhatishipTV and also highground.tv. And with me tonight, joining for the first time in a long time, Vykromond. And where can people find more about you?
Twitter, I guess. You can follow me on Twitter. VYKRMOND. You can see me, I don't know, retweet
rant at people.
Yeah, rant at people. troll the Dota capitalist.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and there will be, I don't know if there's gonna be more games tonight. It doesn't look like it. It looks like I don't know. I don't know. Well,
at some point in the next 72 hours, there may or may not be a game.
All right. Well.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
See you guys later, and thanks for watching.